Marian, back to you.
Great stuff. So we've got Ejiraja. She says, hope digitalization of technical, vocational, it's gone so quickly, education and training in Africa will be addressed. We'll be talking generally about learning and development and training. You may find some themes that would be applicable there, but we don't have a particular slot for TVET, but it's very good feedback, and it's something that we could probably pick up at subsequent conferences. So brilliant idea, Ejiraja. Helen says, I want to be sure my mic and camera are off. Yes, Helen, so all delegates who've joined, their cameras and mics, your cameras and mics are automatically off. So if it's not, we'll just check at the back end. So we've got a producer. So we've got Ephraim. Ephraim, if you're on the call and dialed in, please check and ensure that all our delegates have their mics and cameras off. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks, Helen. Very good prompt. Good day, Yvonne. Thank you for this great conference. I'm looking forward to seeing how the training needs analysis process and training plans can be automated. That's brilliant. That's the L&D detective session. So we've got a session on data, using data and AI for learning. That's in the breakout session, breakout 1. You learn a lot from there, Yvonne. We've got Pamela from Nairobi. Wow, Pamela. Welcome to the conference. I'm speaking to you from Ghana. Isn't it amazing that we can all meet in one place, Laban? Isn't it amazing that we can all meet in one place?
It is wonderful. It is wonderful. And jambo to Pamela, asante sana, karibu. Thank you for joining us. And I am Laban Maungwe, all the way in Uganda. It's amazing that this platform is bringing the whole world together. Mary, it's amazing. I concur with you. Back to you, Mary.
Thank you. So we've got Helen saying, I look forward to gaining fresh insights on learning and performance from this program. Helen, you are at the right place. We are also looking forward to you sharing your insights and comments. Just to remind you that we'll be using the chats for a lot of our engagement, but for all questions and answers, all questions throughout the session, please drop them in the Q&A portion. And I see some thumbs up from a number of people. Brilliant. You've already found your way. So if you have any questions, please drop them in the Q&A box so it doesn't get lost in the chat. Thank you. Okay. We've got Olayoye saying, this is wonderful initiative, particularly in the new world, to develop intellectual and cultural skills globally. I'm really excited to be here. Same here. The feeling is mutual, Layuli. We are very, very excited to be learning with you and to be at the conference with you. Ahmad says, I look forward to learning more about blended learning approaches. Exactly. There's so many options, so many interesting conversations. Session 2, session 1, the breakout sessions, you'll be learning so much. So make sure that you stay with us throughout the conference. Maureen, the impact of 4-1R on L&D in poorly resourced countries. That's very interesting, Maureen. Any insights you have, do share with us in the chat. And just to remind everyone, this conference is the Learning and Development Africa Conference, and we've got interpreters. French interpreters will be translating some of the comments in the chat. So just watch out for that. If you're someone who is not bilingual and speaks only French, you'd have that option when the session starts. So some of the translation will happen in the chat. And whilst we are at that, I just want to remind you of some of the functionalities on the screen. If you can look on your left-hand side, you'd realize that we have an icon called Floor. So if you look at the Floor icon, if you click on it, it takes you to the lobby. So use this platform as though it was a physical conferencing center. And you have various places you can go. You can go on stage where we are at. You can go to the lounge and have a conversation or a coffee with someone, invite someone. You can go to the VIP lounge. If you have a speaker who is available, you can grab them and have a chat with them. And then you can also go to the booth. And we also have a help desk. So if you have any technical difficulties, you can log it there. Just to remind you that for all the sessions, you need to always leave. You need to always join. So to join, you click the green button. And to leave, you click, it's also a green button, but it's spelled on it, leave and join. Okay? And then before we start, you can click on the handouts icon. We've got various handouts there that you can access. So there's a speaker guide for our speakers. They already have that. There's a delegate guide for all of you who are here. You have received it, but you can always refer to it. And then for anyone whose first language is not English and would require some interpretation, we've got some documents there that you can download, and we've got a software called Interratio. So there's some instructions around how you can download it and link it to the Flow website so that you can have the live interpretation or translation, if you like, whilst the conference is going on. Thank you. So it's 2 minutes to start of the conference. I don't know, Laban, if we should all move to the opening ceremony.
Yes, I think we should.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, great stuff. So to do this, I think that's where we are actually.
Yes.
I'm just going on stage. Yes. Okay, great. Okay. So anyone who is joined the call, if you are not in the opening ceremony, please go back to the stage, click on the stage button. You'd see a number of sessions open. Click on the opening ceremony and join. Once we are done with the opening ceremony, we will advise everyone, and then we will move on to the main plenary. Okay, so I'm just going to read some more in the chat. Looking forward to a great session, John Opata from Ghana. Hi, John. I'm also from Ghana. Great connecting with you on this Flow platform. We've got Oluwaseun Michael Shodunke says L&D is broad, and I look forward to a new learning curve from here. Exactly. That's what we are all looking forward to. We've got Oloye joining us from Nigeria. Miles, good morning. Good morning. He's one of our speakers from the UK, one of our international speakers. We've got Alhassan Nuhu, Executive Director and Founder of Faith Dawa Foundation. Nice meeting you, Alhassan. I'm sure everyone is excited as well. And your door is always open. He shared his contact details, so please connect with him. Some of you have shared your contact details. Please connect with each other and network in the chats. Over to you, Laban.
Indeed. Thank you so much, Mary, for amazing work you have done. And delegates, thank you so much for engaging with us. I want to recognize that we have a wide audience here. We have delegates signing in from Ghana, Nigeria, Botswana, Tunisia, Uganda, Kenya, and I am sure many more are going to sign on. At this juncture, our speakers and panelists have already joined us. Our speakers and journalists and panelists, thank you so much. It is a pleasure to have you on board. So this is Learning and Development Africa Conference, the first of its kind, and you are all so much welcome. And our theme is raising the bar for innovative learning and development. You will concur with me that a nation or a continent is as good as its people. And indeed, learning and development has got a part to play in the value chain. So at this juncture, I would like to introduce myself. I am Laban Maungwe from Uganda. I am one of your MCs, and my colleague.
And I'm Mary Bennett. I'm joining you from Ghana. I'm the managing partner for Ingenio Capital, and I'm really excited and honored to be part of this conference and to serve you as an MC. Great stuff.
Thank you very much, Mary. It is a pleasure to work with you. Now, we are not here by accident. We have got somebody who thought about learning and development for Africa. And this lady is so passionate about Africa. She always says, I cry when I see people struggling in their businesses, at their workplace. She is our convener. Our convener is Miss Jackson Margaret. we are going at this juncture to invite her to come and talk to us. So it is my pleasure, Mrs. Margaret Jackson, to invite you to speak to the delegates here. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Laban. Laban is an old friend of mine, and we'll talk about him later. But I'd like to invite you all to this conference and to say welcome. In Ghana, we say Akwaba. You know, when I realized that I had to write a statement for this conference, I told myself, Margaret, don't talk about COVID-19. Then I said, it would be so disingenuous not to talk about COVID-19 when it has so defined this year, and even the way this conference has been planned and organized and is being presented, attended. So, you know, here goes my cliched Learning and Development Conference opener. Are you ready for it? I knew you would be ready for it. Please stay tuned and listen to this. I am sure most of you did not think at the beginning of this year that you'll be here in this conference at this time. But you know, there's one thing COVID-19 has taught us: to expect the unexpected. It has also taught us to find solutions to problems that we never thought existed. But ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to share one thing with you. You know, there's one vacuum that I already knew existed even before the advent of COVID-19. And what is that problem? What is that one challenge? That one challenge is that L&D professionals in Africa do not come together. We don't meet to talk about our challenges. We haven't ever met to talk about solutions, share our experiences, and what we are doing across the continent. Somehow, I must share this with you. Deep down within me, I sort of felt it was my calling to bring us together. And so when COVID-19 struck, I took the time off and I thought about certain things. Then I asked myself, Margaret, what are your priorities? Then I started reading around and realized that organizing this sort of conference was one of my priorities. And I knew I had to organize it this year. When I read around, let me share a few of the things that I learned when I went around reading. That COVID-19 has created a lot of digitized jobs. And so employers and employees quickly have to reskill and upskill. But even then, we knew this before COVID-19. Because of automation and artificial intelligence, we knew that it was time to fill that skills gap and for L&D professionals in Africa to stand up and work. Then I read what PwC's 22nd global survey of CEOs said, that when they polled international CEOs, global CEOs, 79% said their challenge was identifying key skills within the workforce. Then listen to this. In Africa, the Africa leaders said it was 89%. Wow, L&D professionals. What are we doing in Africa? There's a huge opportunity for us to develop the skills in Africa and in that process, help the world develop. Because there's also another study that shows that by the year 2030, about 15% of the workforce of working age, will come from Africa. So it means we need to start now. Those were the things I found out. And I also found out when I was reading IFC's 2019 survey that, and it makes this projection, that in the year 2030, about 230 million, you heard me, 230 million jobs will be created, digitized jobs will be created in Africa. And we will need to generate 650 trainings to be able to meet that need. Wow. So, I thought about this and I said to myself, I need to do something. But then I remember the African proverb, which goes, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with others. I said, I don't want to go fast. I want to go far, because this is not for one person, work left for one person. So I called together my colleagues across the globe. I said, I'm not going to stay in Ghana and do this. I called colleagues from South Africa. I called colleagues from East Africa. I called colleagues from West Africa, Northern Africa, Central Africa. You know what they say about your network being your net wealth? Well, here it goes. So when I called them into a meeting, listen to this beautiful part. Laban, my good old friend, heard my passion, saw my actions, and Laban, if you know him, is the cool type. He looked at me, he smiled, and he said, Margaret, we must put this on paper. And for me, that was magical. That was the magical moment. And it reminded me so much of what Goethe famously said some years back. He said, whatever you can do or dream, you can begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, be bold at this conference. Ask your questions. Share your ideas. Let's listen to our colleagues from the other side, from the other continents. They also have a lot to share. Let's learn from each other. Let's be bold. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for me to say, let the magic begin. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Margaret Jackson. A hand clap for her. You have spoken from your heart. And Margaret, indeed, you have not disappointed us. Thank you for putting this together. Thank you for attracting a team that has got the same thought with you. Just some few pointers from your speech. You said if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with others. And your net worth is your network is your net worth. Indeed, these are very good points that I have captured from your speech. And indeed, you have a team that is going to work with you. This function wouldn't have been possible without a number of partners who joined hands with Margaret. And at this time, I want to thank our partners, our sponsors, the conference committee members who worked tirelessly to make sure that they put everything together. And therefore, allow me at this point to mention some of the partners who have made this possible. We have Rainbow Consult. We have the International Finance Corporation, that is a private arm of the World Bank, and GLC, Grow, Learn, and Connect. Thank you very much. We have our producer, who is actually the invisible person in this workshop. He's doing a lot of work in the background. That is Studio HD from Ghana. We have Lingworth Limited. They have been helping us in our branding and website. Lap Marketing Consultants. Tishai Advisory Services Limited from South Africa. CEFAC from Tunisia. We want to thank you so much. And then our social media partner has been Lane Digital from Ghana and Iginol Capital from Ghana as well. We want to thank you so much for the work that you have done. At this juncture, I want to invite us to go to the first plenary. So we are going to invite ourselves to shift and go to the first plenary. Once we are in the first plenary, then I am going to give additional remarks. So you'll go to stage and then select the main plenary, and then we carry on from there. And as we do that, I will ask Mary to give additional information on how we can migrate. Over to you, Mary.
Thank you, Laban. So great speech there, Mrs. Jackson. Great speech. And thank you, Laban. So kindly click on the leave button. So if you're here, you need to join us at the main ceremony. So you need to exit and join us at the main ceremony. Khadija will need you at the main ceremony. So you need to leave the opening ceremony and click on the green button and join the main plenary. Thank you.